Hey everybody, happy Friday. TGIF, it's the weekend. Welcome to the Sky's the Limit Aviation channel. I am your host, Michael, also known as Sky's the Limit. To the Friday night live stream. We're up here in Detroit, Wayne County Metropolitan Airport. Getting ready to head home to Atlanta, GA. Going to be flying the PMDG B777-200 Delta colors. 702 Delta Nacho, which happens to be the spirit of Atlanta. Just getting our catering started and also filing our flight plan. Hope everybody's having a good evening. Our alternate is, what's our alternate for Atlanta? Huntsville. Yeah, HSV. The flight time should be about 1 hour and 20 minutes. Yeah, catering's done. Hold on. Let me jump into the cockpit real quick. Let's see. File our flight plan. We do have some ATC online right now. Detroit ground, so we'll jump into the cockpit. We'll set that up. So Detroit ground is 121.8. And we've got a PDC. All right, we're cleared to the Atlanta airport via the Clavin 3 departure. Andre 1 arrival. Altitude is going to be 36,000. Minutes after squawking 2364. Yeah, 122.80 since we don't have got the radio set up for now. let's go ahead and finish our pre-flight. Kilo Delta Tango Whiskey, Kilo Alpha Tango Lima, DAL 2137, going off on runway 21. Request our route. And load our route. Execute. Check that. 340. Cost index of 13. Departure. 21 right, and it's the Calvin 3. STAZE transition. And the arrival is going to be six right, and it's the Andre. And KTRYN, execute. Okay, check for discontinuities. We're good to go. VREFs, V1, VR, V2, 36, 136, 150 plus 15 is 165, flaps 5, trim is 3. All right, got that all squared away in the cockpit. Let's Go ahead and turn on our flight directors. .340 heading is 216. .165. Arm LNAV and VNAV. Squawking 2364. Get squawk ident. Right, we're good to go there. Parking brake is set. Double check our panel. Okay, autopilot setup, glare shield. Okay, altimeter is set to local. IS Mach speed 165, heading 216, altitude 34,000 feet. Flight directors are on. LNAV, VNAV is armed. Takeoff briefing. This is going to be a flaps 5 departure off of runway 21 right this afternoon. And we have 8,500 feet of runway, so plenty of room to get up and go this afternoon. If anything happens that is critical to aircraft operation, or in the event of an engine failure prior to reaching V1, we will rapidly decelerate using spoilers and available thrust reversers. We will stop on the runway, assess the situation, taxi off under our own power, or request a tow. If we are past V1 and encounter an engine failure, we will follow our SOP, climb out, get instructions from ATC, dump fuel if necessary, and then we'll come back to land. It'll likely be 22 left, which is the 12,000 foot runway. So takeoff briefing is complete. Let's go ahead and start boarding our passengers. We got 292 passengers on board today, so it's going to be a pretty full flight. We'll go ahead and start our back preparations. Beacon lights coming on. Right electrical to auto. C1, C2 electrical coming on, left electrical to auto, C1, C2 air to auto. Fuel pumps are on. I don't believe we have anything in the center wing tank, so those pumps will stay off. Flight deck doors and windows are closed and locked. Packs are on. Go ahead and start the APU. APU bleeds are on auto. And engine bleeds are off. And everything looking good on the panel. All right, starting our passenger boarding at this time. Quick look at our flight plan for this afternoon as we head down to Atlanta. Detroit up here, Atlanta down there. Pretty straightforward southerly departure. And we do have air traffic control available on the ground here in Detroit. Memphis Center and Atlanta Centers are online today. As is Atlanta Tower and Atlanta Approach. Yeah, looks like our cargo is just getting finished loading, so we'll go ahead and close those doors here in just a moment. So 777 service from Atlanta to Detroit and back was a normal occurrence back when Delta was still flying the 777LRs and ERs before they were retired back in 2020. So I thought it would be appropriate to head down to Atlanta in the spirit of Atlanta. Slowly getting the folks on board the aircraft today for today's flight. Estimated flight time down to Atlanta this afternoon is about 1 hour and 20 minutes. And we'll be at flight level 340 for today's flight. So it's STAZE to... here we go. Everything looks good on the flight plan. Two-thirds of the way boarded. I hope everybody had a good week this week. Looking forward to today's flight down to Atlanta. This will be my, excuse me, first actual flight in the PMDG 777. Done a little bit of practicing, so you'll forgive me if I an error or two on the way, but I do have my checklists and everything, so have my checklists already in case of any issues. And have a fairly long taxi. We'll push with our nose to the left and tail to the right, and it's likely going to be probably uniform 9 to uniform to golf, then Mike. And Mike 6 for 2-1 right today. And double checking our ACARs, we are cleared to the Atlanta International Airport via the Calvin 3 departure, STAZE transition, altitude 360, 340. We go. Walking 2364. And we'll climb via the SID. Expect 360 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency is Unicom 122.8. Planning runway 21 right. SID speeds do apply. We'll contact ground when we are ready to taxi. Wait for a few straggler passengers to get on board, and we will go ahead and get the flight underway. Last 20 or so passengers boarding the aircraft right now. We'll pull back that jetway and we'll go ahead and proceed to our pushback and engine start. Pushback preparation is already done. I believe taxi checklist, so go back to the engine screen. Get ready to button up the doors. We have 57,800 pounds of fuel on board. A little bit of cargo heading down. And boarding is complete. We'll go ahead and close our doors. Go ahead and arm the doors. And doors are armed. Boarding complete. Go ahead and pull the jetway off. So I was tinkering around with the scenery here in Detroit because it does not look authentic. So you see that little protrusion off of the
Attention all aircraft. Spectrum information Zulu is now current. Altimeter 2982.
2982, and we have information Zulu. All right, back into the cockpit. Go ahead and get ready to push back and start. Let's go ahead and disconnect the ground services.
Hello, Captain. We're ready for pushback. Departure check completed. Bypass pin inserted.
All right, let's get ready to rock and roll, folks. Nose left, tail to the right. Left, tail to the right.
Release parking brakes.
Brakes are released.
All engines clear. Start at will.
Gotta go ahead and start engine number 2. Then engine number 1. Starting engine number 1. Good fuel flow, oil pressure, oil temperatures coming up. We have ignition. And starting engine number 1. And N2's coming up. Oil pressure, oil temperature's on the rise.
Set parking brakes.
And good fuel flow on engine number 1. Parking brakes are set.
Confirmation for good engine start. Cockpit to ground.
Good engine start on engine number 1.
Disconnect.
Unlocking gear.
Setting flaps 5.
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass bin removed. Left is clear. Right is clear.
Left and right packs always seem to take just a quick second for the lights to go off, I've noticed. There we go. Everything on the panel looks good. Our grounds, I'm gonna nickname this guy Groundskeeper Willie. The Groundskeeper Willie has given us the okay to go. Detroit ground, Delta 2137 Heavy over at the South Terminal McNamara, ready for taxi with Zulu.
Delta 2137 Heavy Metro Ground, thank you for Zulu. Runway 21 right, taxi uniform, Golf Victor Mike, cross runway 9er left.
26 right via uniform, Golf Victor Mike, cross 9 left for Delta 2137 Heavy. Brakes coming off. And away we go.
Welcome aboard, and thanks for flying with us. We're committed to making your flight safe and comfortable. So before we depart, we'll be showing a brief safety presentation. This information can help you if there's an emergency, so it's important to pay close attention, even if you are a frequent flyer.
All carry-on items should now be stored securely, either in an overhead bin or under the seat in front of you. And all aisles, exits, and bulkhead areas should be clear.
So
Your
yeah,
mobile
the
phones and
prepared
other electronic devices should be
version
turned
of Detroit
off.
Metro does not look
Once
as
airborne,
realistic as
we'll
I
let
wished,
you know when
so
you can use
I'll
approved
probably get into
electronic
Airport
devices.
Design Editor.
But note that some items,
over
such as
time,
phones, may not be used in flight
probably
at any
fix
time.
it up to look a little bit
You'll
more
find a
realistic.
list of approved electronic devices in the in-flight information section of Sky Magazine. If you're seated at an emergency exit, please review the responsibilities for emergency exit seating
Because Detroit
on the back
is
of the
an
safety
airport that
information
I
card, which is in your seat pocket.
Are you okay sitting by the
frequently fly
emergency
out
exit?
of.
If you're unable or prefer not to perform these functions, just let us know and we'd be happy to find you another seat. As we leave the gate, make sure your seatbelt is fastened. To fasten, insert the metal tip into the buckle and adjust the strap so it's low and tight across your lap. To release the belt, just lift the top of the buckle or press the latch to release. Please remain seated with your seatbelt securely fastened anytime the seatbelt sign is on. And even if the sign is off, you should keep your seatbelt fastened in case we experience unexpected rough air.
Beautiful day here in
For
the Motor
everyone's
City.
safety,
Great day
federal
for flying.
regulations require all passengers to comply with the posted placards and lighted signs
Excuse me.
located throughout the cabin, as well as any crew member instructions.
You cannot smoke. I'm so sorry.
Smoking is not allowed on any Delta flight, and federal law prohibits tampering with, disabling, or destroying a restroom smoke detector. There are 8 exits on this plane, 4 doors, 2 on each side, and 4 window exits over the wings. Each door has a detachable slide that can be used as a raft. All exits are clearly marked with an exit sign. However, if there is a loss of power and cabin visibility is reduced, white emergency lights near the floor will lead you to red lights, which indicate an exit. Please take a moment to find the exits closest to you, and remember, they might be behind you. It's unlikely, but if cabin pressure changes, the
Well,
panels
coming
above
up
your
on
seat
our
will open,
left here.
revealing oxygen masks. If this happens,
We'll
reach up
cross
and pull a
9
mask
left
toward you
here
until
at
the tube is
Gulf.
fully extended. Place the mask over your nose and mouth, slip the elastic strap over your head, and adjust the mask if necessary. Breathe normally and note that oxygen is flowing, so don't worry if the bag doesn't inflate. Be sure to adjust your own mask before helping others. A water evacuation is also unlikely, but just in case, life vests are located under your seats in the economy cabin. If you're seated in the first or business class cabin, life vests are either between your seats, under your seats, or in a compartment under your armrest. To use, pull the tab to remove the vest from its container and then open the pouch. Slip the vest over your head. Fasten the 2 straps to the front of the vest and then adjust the straps loosely around your waist. If your vest has only 1 strap, wrap it around your waist and attach it to the buckle in front. As you leave the plane, inflate the vest by pulling down on the red tabs at the bottom of the vest, or manually inflate it by blowing into the tubes at shoulder level. You can activate a light by pulling down on the tab in front. If your vest doesn't have a tab, the light will activate automatically in the water. If necessary, we'll distribute infant life vests or other flotation devices for children who weigh 35 pounds or less. Also, most seat cushions can be used for flotation. Now, before we take off, be sure your seat is upright and locked, your tray table is put away, and all carry-on items are properly stowed. As we come through the cabin for our final safety checks, please let us know if you have any questions. And finally, now would be a good time for everyone to review the safety information card, which is in your seat pocket.
Thanks for your attention. Enjoy your flight.
and start my A cars.
Delta 2137 Heavy, no further ATC is available. Change to advisory is approved. Have a good flight.
All right, changing over to the dark side, and thanks for the services. How briefly short they were. Appreciate you, Delta 2137 Heavy.
See ya.
All right, so Detroit's going offline. .135 decimal. Mike 5, and we're starting at Mike 6, which is our next right-hand turn. Alright, no traffic on the A cars, so we are good to go. Detroit traffic, Delta 2137 Heavy, taking off runway 21 right, departure to the south, Detroit. All right, we are good to go. Takeoff.
knots.
80 knots, check. You're coming up. Autopilot engaged. Flaps 1. Flaps coming up. And we do have a speed restriction and altitude. Our speed and altitude restriction is 7,000 or below at Fedorov. And once we're past there, we can once again start our climb out. And about 10,000 feet. Detroit traffic, Delta 2137 departing the area southbound. Final call, Detroit. Drop over to Unicom. Sure which Indy Center will pick us up when we get in there. You don't realize until you're actually flying this thing how much the climb rate is. I mean, we're literally climbing at 4,000 feet per minute. All right, we're above 18,000 feet into the flight levels, altimeter to standard. But that initial climb out of Detroit, once we hit autopilot and the LNAV and VNAV kicked in, we're like climbing at 5,500 feet per minute. That's just insane. And we're only 25 nautical miles from our top of climb already, and we're barely out of the Detroit area. This is just a great machine to fly. One of my all-time favorite aircraft to spot when Delta still had the 777s. A lot of the processes on the 777 are automated. There's very little that you have to do during, literally with pushback and engine start. With the PMDG 737, you've got this whole list of things that you need to do. You know, just referring to the checklist, you know, APU generators on, you have to set the APU bleeds on, the engine bleeds off, packs off. It's all automated in the 777. So you just basically make sure the panel is set, hit the engine switch, introduce fuel. You don't even have to wait. Like for instance, on the 737, you have to wait till you get 20% N2, introduce fuel. Here you don't have to do anything. Hey Frank. Nah, it's all good. Frank is apologizing because he didn't realize I was streaming. I wasn't sure if I was going to be streaming or not, but the weather kind of cooperated here in Atlanta today, so we were up and flying. I wasn't sure I was gonna... We had some pretty wicked storms and stuff moving through the area. Wasn't sure about power outages and stuff like that, so the weather's just been goofy. But it cleared up. It's actually sunny out, so I figured I will hop on and do some streaming. But anyways, back to the differences between the 777 and the 737. The 777 is just automated. You literally don't have to do anything beyond configuring the overhead panel and just double checking a few things on the initial setup. You have to turn on your ADIRU, which is basically your IRS system. Make sure your emergency lights are on. Hook up the ground power, turn your battery on, and everything does itself. And then of course, prior to pushback, you turn on your hydraulics, switch on your fuel pumps, and that's it. Everything else is all automatic. It's all controlled through the computer. It's just a beauty to fly, and like I was saying, she climbs like crazy. Does not seem Correct. .360. I guess you can't change your I don't think you can. Can you not change your flight level? Oh, okay. Press the... Okay. Enter the new altitude in the altitude window on the MCP. Press the altitude selection knob. There we go. And the aircraft will climb. And it will change in the FMC. Okay. It's the first time I put the incorrect altitude in. So, all right. So, 360. Remember that for future reference. Nobody from Indianapolis Center has called out yet, so I wonder if they're going to have me switch over anytime soon. Level at 360. Maybe I'll pop up on somebody's screen. So anyways, so this will be my first landing in the PMDG 777, and I'm assuming that the descent is similar to that of the 737, where you dial down your altitude when you know, prior to top of descent and all that stuff. So right, so 1, 2, 4, 225. Oh, and there they go. So it is 135, 575.
This is Tornado frequency change approved.
There we go. Indianapolis Center, good evening. Delta 2137 Heavy, flight level 360.
Delta 2137 Heavy, Indianapolis Center, hello.
And Center, was that last call for United 1943 Heavy?
Yes, sir. Chicago's offline, so you can change to a voucher frequency. Have it going.
Copy that. Just heard 1934, so thanks so much.
I apologize. United 1181 contact, Indianapolis Center 124.22. United 1181 contact, Indy Center 124.22. Spearwings 1176 contact, Indy Center 124.22.
124.22, 1176, thank you.
United 1181 contact, Indy Center 124.22.
12422 in United 1181, apologies for that.
No worries. Giant 3838 contact Indy Center 119.55.
109.55, yeah.
Sure.
Okay. I checked a video online on YouTube, and the descent phase is the same as the 737. prior to reaching your top of descent, you put in your first restrictions, which in our case will be I guess I'll just put 4,000 in there just for grins and giggles. Other than that, the 777 is a gorgeous airplane to fly. I love it. A little bit of turbulence up here at 360. Wing flex in the 777 is just crazy.
In the center, good afternoon, United 260 Heavy, William level 380.
United 260 Heavy, Indianapolis Center, hello.
Now, setting the barometric minimums is definitely slower than the 737. And I'm pressing and holding down on the right mouse clicker to change it. I gotta go to 1190 for the minimums.
Indy Center, United 235, checking in, flight level 360. United 235, Indy Center.
Yeah, you'll be here for a while having to... what do you do when you're dialing in a high altitude airport like Denver or Salt Lake where it's, you know, 4,000 and 5,000 feet and you have to sit and hold this? I'm not even to 900 and I gotta go to 1190 for the barometric minimums. Just now getting to 1,000. Nope, this is prepared version 5.4. And hello, Shawnee. Alright, barometric minimums are finally set. God, that took a whole couple, 2 or 3 minutes to do that. Not quite close enough to Atlanta to get the ATIS yet. Let's see, my setup. And I will reference my YouTube page for that. So the description of what I have is actually in the description of the video. Hey Carl, how are you? So I have a Velair Sim cockpit seat, and for my peripherals I have Saitek before they got bought out by Logitech, but I have the flight yoke, rudder pedals, the throttle quadrant, radio panel, multi-panel, and the switch panel. And then I have a boom mic picking up the audio, and I have 4 monitors. I have 2 27-inch monitors. One runs my OBS studio software. The other one runs my Navigraph, vPilot, Chase plane, my ACARS for my virtual airline that I fly for. And then my main panel, or my main screen that you're actually viewing in the video, is a 48-inch sharp HD television being used as a monitor. And then I have a 34-inch monitor hooked up to a second computer that I monitor VATSIM and the live stream off of. Thank you. And this is Lockheed Martin's prepared version 5.4 that I am running on the computer. And if you hop on
Delta 2137, contact Indy Center 124.2 tail.
2422 for Delta 2137 Heavy.
Good evening. United 5015 on the ground at Charleston, West Virginia, or we handle an IFR clinic.
Indianapolis Center, Delta 2137 Heavy, checking in flight level 360.
Delta 2137, Indy Center, good afternoon.
This is a simulation, yes. Thought that I had photos of my setup on my Discord server. I think I dropped them on Facebook. No, this is not X-Plane. This is Lockheed Martin prepared 5.4. Here we go. All right, so I'm gonna drag my browser window over. So this is my setup as it currently is.
267. One of them, I contacted them and they said that I'm not in the airspace. I'm still in yours.
Uniform November Delta 567. You're in it for about another 10 miles, but you're exiting it to another sector. So Memphis Center is 124.27, 2427, and they're the person you should be talking to.
What,
So that's the setup that I have, that I do my simulator on. I'll have to drop those on my Discord channel.
124.275?
Yeah, that's correct. We don't say the third decimal place in the U.S., so it's 124.27. But it's the same frequency as 124.275.
This is VATSIM, which is a virtual air traffic control network that is worldwide. So it's a completely volunteer effort from aviation enthusiasts who are into flight simulation, and they provide air traffic control services as if it were the real thing. So it's all done through a little program called vPilot. This is how I connect to my air traffic control. These are all the centers that are online right now. All the different ATISs, ground frequencies, towers, approaches, departures, etc. And then we can monitor all that.
Delta 2137, contact Atlanta 132.907. Have a good night.
3297 for Atlanta, Delta 2137. Good night. $32,975. Atlanta Center, good evening. Delta 2137 Heavy, flight level 360.
Delta 2137 Atlanta Center, Rudder. November takeoff Yankee, connect short approach 120.5.
Oh, nice. So run a program called VATSPY. What VATSPY does is it visualizes all the air traffic control centers that are online. So in this case, here's the US. We've got Boston, New York, Washington, Atlanta, Miami, Houston, Dallas, Fort Worth, Kansas City, Chicago, and Indianapolis, who we just left. And you can zoom out, and here is Miami Center, Kingston Radar. We've got Reykjavik. So those are all the people who are online live right now. We are estimating our arrival, and this is Carl asking, estimating our arrival into Atlanta in about 26 minutes. We're about 80 nautical miles from our top of descent. And we should be close enough to Atlanta now to get the arrival ATIS, and we do. And just to let you see what I've got, so here's our arrival ATIS in vPilot. So we have information Foxtrot. And winds are variable at 4 knots, 10 miles visibility, scattered at 5,000, broken at 7,500, broken at 15, broken at 25,000, Temperature 28, dew point 18, 29990 is the altimeter in Atlanta. Simultaneous approaches on 26 right and 27 left. We're going on a 26 right today.
1205 to 1181 today.
Bird activity in vicinity of airport. Operate transponder with mode C on ramps, taxiways, and runways. And again, we have information Foxtrot. So there's our ATIS for our arrival in Atlanta here in a little bit. And we'll be hitting our top of descent here by about the next 5-10 minutes. And I'll probably get passed off to Atlanta approach, and they are 133. $133,300. $1910 is the tower.
Springs 1176, connect short approach 120.5.
121.9 is ground.
Thank you. Great.
And Shawnee says that he owns a flight experience in Nassau in the Bahamas. That is pretty cool. How long have you been doing that? Ah, sweet. John says he's been in business 12 years. I've been doing flight simulator stuff since 2001, so I've been doing this for 23 years. I've been YouTubing for about 2 of those years. Mainly just live stream stuff now. And of course I have YouTube shorts and stuff like that too. But I appreciate everybody who is hopping on the live stream today, keeping me company for the flight down. I appreciate you very much.
Atlanta, good evening. Spirit 995, 9000, level 230.
Springs 995, Atlanta Center, Rudder.
Atlanta, good evening. FedEx 1349, flight level 360.
No, I do not work for any airline.
FedEx 1349, I have a quick reroute to Memphis, advised to the copy.
Let's copy FedEx 1439.
I actually work from home.
FedEx 1349 is now clear to Memphis Airport via present position direct Talo. That's Tango Alpha, Lima Lima Oscar. And join the van 3 arrival, maintain level 360.
Okay, recleared from present position, direct Palo, join the van 3 arrival, and maintain level 360, FedEx 1349.
FedEx 1349, thanks, readback is correct.
So my fiance is disabled.
Normal speed.
Normal speed, Spirit 995.
and I am her paid caregiver. So I take care of her and get paid to do it and work from home. It's the ultimate stay-at-home job, I guess you can say.
82 to 718, level 320.
718 level 320, Sun Country to 782.
But I am an Air Force veteran. I did 6 years in the Air Force back in the mid-'80s.
Bearings 995, climb, maintain, level 390.
390, Spirit 995.
From 1984 to 1990. Working on KC-135 Stratotankers. And then got out of the military, came back home to Atlanta, even though I'm from Michigan originally, but Atlanta has been my home for most of my life. I don't own any sort of flight experience or anything like that. I really just do flight simming out of love for flying.
Sun Country 8782, connect Indy Center 124.22.
Did not have an opportunity as a...
Indy Center 2422.
Did not have the opportunity in the Air Force to do the whole pilot thing. And speak of the devil, there's my better half. Hello, my darling. Getting ready for our top of descent.
Jacksonville Center 135.902. Have a good day.
Apologies for 1151. I missed the frequency.
135.903. Or correction, 135.902. 3592.
3592 for 1151. Thanks for the help. Bye bye.
Atlanta Center, good evening. Delta 385, flight level 340. Delta 385, Atlanta ready.
Thank you. And Atlanta Center from Delta 2137 Heavy, just an FYI, I'm about 15 nautical from my top of descent profile.
Delta 2137 Rudder, I'll have a descent in about 5.
Sounds good, looking forward to it, Delta 2137 Heavy. We have Foxtrot. So, ATIS weather information has been checked. Our landing altitude's verified. We have our VREF data. ILS frequency, we'll go ahead and plug in, and that is
2137 across Andre, out of 18-1-3000 at 250 now. The Atlanta altimeter is 29090.
Andre at 13,000 and 250 knots, and I also have Foxtrot for Delta 2137.
Atlanta Center, good evening. This is November 750 X-ray Papa, flight level 330.
There's 750 X-ray Papa, Atlanta Center, Rudder.
Let's see. 110.1.
Atlanta Center, good evening, DOCOM 152, flight level 350.
DOCOM 152, Atlanta Rudder.
We're at 13,000 and 250.
Atlanta Center, Delta 413 with you, climbing through 10,000 for 14,000.
Delta 413, Atlanta Center, Rudder, climb and maintain for level 290.
Flight level 290, Delta 413.
Delta 413, if you can, just speed it up. You got a guy pretty close behind you.
Roger.
And starting down.
Delta 413, correct controller.
Direct controller, Delta 413. Atlanta Center, hello, American 1043 out of 10.4 for 16,000.
American 1043, Atlanta Center, good afternoon, climb and maintain for level 340.
340, American 1043.
There is 0 actually Papa descend via the Phillips 4 arrival, shell ascending north, the shell altimeter is 29990. Remember 0 XA Papa descend via the Phillips 4 arrival, shell ascending north, the shell altimeter is 29990.
29, altimeter is 29990, descend via the Phillips 4 arrival, November 0 X-ray Papa.
Running 995 for traffic, maintain for level 330.
Alright, 330, Spirit 995.
All right, got the ILS set. Ah, nice, Sean. What kind of airplane do you fly?
Running 995, that traffic's 1 at 2 o'clock and 6 miles south westbound. It's a Airbus level 340.
Alright, we're looking Spirit 995.
Center Navy, Delta 2731, level 14,000, direct still.
That's 2731, Atlanta Center, climb and maintain for level 250.
That's level 250, Delta 2731.
Atlanta Center, American 1267, climbing through 11.3 for 16,000.
American 1267, Atlanta Center, climb and maintain for level 320.
Climb and maintain flight level 320, and we are restricted to 250 knots currently, American 1267.
American 1043, resume normal speed. American 1043, resume normal speed.
Normal speed, American 1043.
American 1267, resume normal speed.
Resume normal speed, American 1267.
FedEx 1349, connect Atlanta Center, 128.72.
128.72, FedEx 1349, goodbye.
Atlanta Rival 11, level 410.
Bravo 11, Atlanta Center, Rudder. At a 385, traffic 11 o'clock, 30 miles north eastbound. It's a Airbus level 330.
We're looking for traffic Delta 385.
Target 1043 for traffic, maintain level 320.
Atlanta Center, American 1549, level 300 at Lindy's, coming up on top of the sun.
American 1043 for traffic, maintain level 320.
Alright, we'll maintain 320 for American 1043.
American 1549, Atlanta Center, Rudder. I'll get you a decent amount, 10 miles.
Thank you.
M Center, Delta 385 has traffic in sight.
Ta-da.
And for 1043, is that flight level 320, is that our final?
American 1043 negative, just for traffic, I'll get you higher once you clear them.
Okay.
Out of 2731 for traffic, turns 30 degrees to the left.
30 degrees left, level 2731.
Out of 413 saying your indicated airspeed.
255 knots.
Out of 413 Rudder.
I'm learning that the 777 is a slippery little bird.
Out of 413, can you speed it up to at least 280?
Yeah, we'll try and
It's going to be hard to maintain a good descent speed profile.
280 greater, Delta 413.
So you find yourself applying speed brakes a pretty decent bit.
Delta 2731 for spacing, maintain 270, or correction, do not exceed 280 now.
Do not exceed 280, Delta 2731.
What is center number? 851 series X-ray to
I'm Delta 2137. We have a Delta 2731. It's getting a little bit confusing.
KTW, the Parker 4, Charlotte, landing north 2987, American 5049.
November 1, Sierra X-ray, Atlanta Center, good afternoon. Connect the one approach on 133.47.
Approach 133.47, 851 Sierra X-ray, thanks.
Atlanta Center, citation 531 Charlie Bravo, 11,800, climbing 14,000, direct fill.
And 1 Charlie Bravo, Atlanta Center, climb, maintain level 230.
Climb, maintain flight level 230, citation 531 Charlie Bravo.
Delta 2731, sun rating 100.
Alright, 100, Delta 2731.
Atlanta Center, good evening. American 1202, flight level 360.
American 1202, Atlanta Center, Rudder. I have a reroute, just I'll give you right back.
Roger.
It's not that bad.
Going to be using auto brake setting 2 today.
American 1202, I have the reroute, advised, did it copy?
Yeah, American 1202 is ready to copy this in VR, so go slow.
American 1202 is cleared.
Going to be a flat 30 landing.
Present position, direct Alo. Tango Alpha.
141 will be our final
Lima,
approach
Oscar,
speed.
And join the Vans 3 arrival. Maintain level 360.
And our final approach heading.
Okay, American 1202 is cleared present position.
275.
The Vans 3 arrival. Maintain 360 for American 1202. You're right, that wasn't that bad. We can handle that.
American 1202, thanks. Readback is correct, and yeah, it's not that bad. Delta 2731, direct controller.
49 with the passing 16,000. Direct controller, Delta 2731.
Thank you. American 1011 Atlanta Center, climb and maintain level 340. Bearing 995, climb and maintain level 390.
Alright, 390, Spirit 995.
And Bravo 11, okay, 2 minutes.
Bravo 11 taken.
Can we take 2 minutes?
I'm sorry, say one more time.
Can we take 2 minutes?
Approved, just report back.
Love it.
Thanks, 995, connect Washington 133.72.
3372, Spirit 995.
There's 0 XA Papa, connect short approach 120.5. Remember 0 XA Papa, connect short approach 120.5.
120.5 for American 1202.
1202 negative. November 0 X-ray Papa, contact short approach 120.5.
Atlanta, good evening. Delta 205, climbing 10,000 with you.
American 1011, are you up?
Roger that. American 1011.
American 1011, climb and maintain level 340, resume normal speed.
340, resume normal speed, American 1011.
Delta 205, climb and maintain level 360, resume normal speed.
Climb level 360, resume normal speed, Delta 205.
Center FedEx 1249 with you.
FedEx 1249, Atlanta Center, Rudder.
Atlanta Center, Delta 417 is at 14,000.
Delta 417, Atlanta Center, climb and maintain level 350.
Climb and maintain flight level data is here, Delta 417.
And Rebel 11.
Rebel 11, welcome back.
Easy for your descent speed to get out of control in this bird. I gotta keep applying speed brakes to meet our descent path. Yeah, I know. Speed brakes extended. Caution.
Frontier Flight 4920, Atlanta Center, Rudder. American 1043, climb and maintain level 340.
340, American 1043.
American 1043, climb and maintain level 330, and Indianapolis Center will
below 18,000 altimeters set to standard.
Okay, we'll into flight level 33 and we'll look for higher from Indy, American 1040.
American 1267, climb and maintain level 310. That's going to be your final for now until you get higher from Indy.
And we now have Golf.
Climb and maintain flight level 310, and I believe you said that's going to be the final for American 1267.
Affirmative, until you get higher from Indy. They have your requested altitude, just for now, climb and maintain level 310.
Climb and maintain flight level 310, American 1267.
Delta 413, descend via the Jonesy 5 arrival, shuttle heading north. The shuttle altimeter is 2987.
Jonesy 5 arrival, Delta 413, thanks.
Delta 2731, descend via the Jonesy 5 arrival, shuttle heading north. The shuttle altimeter is 2987.
2987, landing north, descend Jonesy 5, Delta 2731.
Center FedEx 1249, checking in, flight level 230 for 360.
FedEx 13... FedEx 1249, Atlanta Center, Rudder, climb and maintain level 270.
270, FedEx 1249.
2137, connects to Atlanta approach on 133.47.
3347 for approach, Delta 2137 Heavy. See ya.
Yeah.
Until AJ.
Okay, 180 knots until AJ clears for the visual 26 right, FedEx 1247 Heavy.
Atlanta approach, good evening. Delta 2137 Heavy passing through 14.2 for 13,000 at Andre.
So 2137 Heavy, Atlanta approach, hello, runway 26 right, altimeter 29090.
26 right, and I have Golf for 2137.
Thank you.
Flight approach, November 6 Alpha, this is in the Glavin 16700 with Golf.
Number 6 Alpha, Atlanta approach, hello, runway 26 right.
26 right, 6 Alpha.
Departure figures 1306, 3.7 for 10,000.
Steering 1306, Atlanta departure, radar contact.
Number 10 X-ray, you're cleared into Atlanta Class Bravo airspace, you're flying 160.
Currently Bravo flighting 160, aircraft 1 X-ray.
Southwest 6113, return right heading 1. Actually, just stand by, flight path heading for now.
Continue what we're doing?
Hey, firm.
10-4, Southwest 6113.
Just wanted to give you a little extra space. Southwest 6113, turn right heading 180.
Right, 180, 6113.
November 1 X-ray, correction, 10 X-ray, reduce speed to 180.
Center 180, 10 X-ray.
Number 1 X-ray, traffic's going to be 12 o'clock and about 3.5 miles with a southbound A320 descending out of 5,000 for 4,000.
We'll look for the traffic. CA 510 X-ray.
FedEx 1247 Heavy, summit frequency, runway 26 right, clear to land.
Clear to land, runway 26 right, FedEx 1247 Heavy. Was that the same frequency ready?
Yeah, just stay on my frequency to underground.
Roger, we'll stay on your frequency, clear to land 26 right, FedEx 1247 Heavy.
Southwest 6113, fighting 250, join the localizer, report to field in sight.
250, join the localizer, we'll report to field in sight, 6113.
Zeroing 1306, climb and maintain 14,000, and contact Atlanta Center on 126.67.
126.67 up to 14,000, bearing 1306.
Alright, for 10 X-ray, is that traffic in sight?
Level 035.
Two airplanes there. Delta 4190, I got you. You're ready to contact. Climb and maintain 14,000.
Climb maintain 14,000, Delta 4190.
Outback at 9701, that's going to maintain 7,000. Correction, Avello 9701, that's going to maintain 7,000.
Down to 7,000, Avello 9701.
10 X-ray, do you have traffic in sight?
10 X-ray, affirm.
Roger, number 10 X-ray.
And below 10,000 feet, landing lights coming on.
Runway 26 right, and just maintain 180 knots for now.
I follow that traffic on the final for 26 right. Number 10 X-ray.
6113, field in sight.
Southwest 6113, roger, clear visual approach, runway 26 right, contact the tower, 119.1, good day.
Clear the approach, tower 19-1. Thanks, see ya.
Go to 21.
Endeavor 5085 out of 53 for 10.
Go to 2137, reduce speed to reduce speed to 210, then descend and maintain 6,000.
210, descend, maintain 6,000, Delta 2137.
FedEx 1247 Heavy, we're vacate runway 26 right on Alpha 4.
Roger, FedEx 1247 Heavy, taxi the ramp, the Alpha, good day.
Put to the ramp, FedEx 1247 Heavy, thanks.
Departure Endeavor 5085 out of 8.2, climbing 10.
Endeavor 5085 on a departure, ready to contact, climb and maintain 14,000.
14,000, Endeavor 5085.
Got a little bit of lightning.
So 9701, if I haven't already, just going to maintain 4,000.
Southern 9701 down to 4.
Number 10 X-ray on a 5-mile final, you can contact tower 119.1. Thanks for flying.
Tower on a 5-mile final, number 8 for 10 X-ray, thanks.
Delta 4190, contact Atlanta Center 128.72, or correction, it'll be 126.67.
Flaps 5.
126.675, bye-bye.
Endeavor 58, actually stand by. Avelo 9701, turn right heading 180, reduce speed to 180.
Right turn 180, slow to 180, Avelo 971.
Endeavor 5085, contact Atlanta Center on 128.72. Have a great one.
Alright, 2872 Endeavor 5085.
November 6 Alpha, reduce speed to 210, then it's going to maintain 7,000.
210 and then down to 7,000, Phenom 6 Alpha.
Delta 2137, it's going to maintain 4,000, flighting 230.
4,230 on the heading, Delta 2137.
Thank you, Delta 2137, when able, just reduce speed to 180.
And speed to 180, Delta 2137.
Alpha 9701, just going to maintain 3,000.
To maintain 3,000, Avelo 9701.
Thank you, Avelo 9701, fighting 250, and report the field and say.
Right turn 250, we have the field in sight, Avelo 9701.
Beautiful, Avelo 9701, you clear visual approach, runway 26 right, at AJ, contact tower 119.1.
Alright, cleared for the 26 right visual, and at AJ, contact tower, Avelo 9701.
Delta 2137, heavy traffic, 12 o'clock, 7 miles with a 737 on final, runway 26 right at 5,700. Report them or the field and say.
Delta 2137 is looking.
Delta 2137 fighting 250, join the localizer and report them or the field in sight.
Right 250, and we'll report the field in sight, Delta 2137 heavy. And Delta 2137 does have the field in sight.
Delta 2137 heavy, roger, clear visual approach, runway 26 right.
Cleared to the visual 26 right, Delta 2137 heavy. Flaps 15. Right, localizers captured.
Number 6 Alpha, reduce speed to 180, then descend and maintain 4,000.
180, then down to 4,000, Phenom 6 Alpha.
So the 2137 heavy at AJ contact tower 119.1. Have a great one.
Over to tower at AJ for Delta 2137 heavy. Appreciate the services. See ya.
See ya.
Switch over to tower.
Delta 54 Tango Heavy, just advise whenever you're ready for departure.
We're ready.
Delta 5-4 Tango Heavy, Roger, RNAV football, runway 27 right, clear for takeoff.
RNAV for football, 27 right, clear for takeoff, Delta 5-4 Tango Heavy.
Starting down. Glide slope and localizer captured.
Report to departure. Yes, for Hotlanta.
Gears coming down. Flaps 20. Atlanta Tower, Delta 2137 Heavy, AJ, 26 right.
Delta 2137 Heavy, Atlanta Tower, good evening, runway 26 right, clear to land.
26 right, clear to land, Delta 2137 Heavy.
Victor, X-ray, Papa 970.
Flaps 30.
Tango 15 for Velo 9701.
Let's see, do you want to cross there at Bravo 6?
We can cross at Bravo 6 if it's okay with you.
Yep, Victor Papa 9701, cross runway 26 left at Bravo 6, and echo to, or let's see, Foxtrot to the gate, because Tango's down at ramp 1, correct?
Yep, it's ramp 1 to the north, or to the west there, and we're clear.
Right, speed brake arm, landing gear down, flaps 30. Landing checklist is complete.
Bravo to the gate.
That'll be echo to the gate.
Echo to the gate.
1000.
Delta 5-4 Tango Heavy, contact departure, good day.
Departure, Delta 5-4 Tango Heavy.
On the glide slope, on the localizer. Good bit of lightning around this afternoon. Landing.
60, 50, 40, 30, 20, 10, 5.
Delta 2137 Heavy, turn left at Bravo 3, cross runway 26 left at Bravo 2.
Exit Bravo 3, cross 26 left at Bravo 2, Delta 2137 Heavy. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Atlanta.
Flight Tower, Phenom November 6 Alpha over AJ and inbound the visual 26 right.
Number 6 Alpha, Atlanta Tower, runway 26 right, clear to land.
Clear to land 26 right, Phenom 6 Alpha.
Delta 2137 Heavy, what did I get you parking at?
Oh, let's see. Had to go over to ramp 6.
Alright, Delta 137, we'll take it ramp 6 via Foxtrot at this frequency. Have a good day.
Ramp 6 via Foxtrot on this frequency. Appreciate it.
Anytime.
Well, I don't know how you silence the, Well, if anybody knows how to silence the autopilot alarm. Oh, apparently like that. Oh, my goodness gracious. Could have helped if I turned all these off, too.
Number 6 Alpha, any right turn, taxi Alpha Park. Have a good day.
Alpha to parking, Phenom 6 Alpha, thanks for your help.
Anytime. You can turn right on Delta to your gate. Have a good day.
Great. Right on Delta to the gate. Have a great one, Delta 2137.
Airline tower, mic check.
Thank you, Frank. I appreciate it.
Hey, do you know where ground is?
Yeah, they're gone for a little bit, so you can just call me whenever you're ready for taxi.
Alright, roger, thank you.
That lightning is just wicked.
Around the tower, American 1361, ready check.
Who? Who's ready to taxi?
American 1361.
American 1361, roger, you're supposed to taxi the north side of the ramp. The ramp is uncontrolled, but 26 left, taxi via Foxtrot and Echo.
Sorry, can I second follow American 1361?
Okay, you got to be able to take instruction, man. But 26 left, taxi via Foxtrot and Echo.
26 left via Foxtrot and Echo, American 1365. Sorry, 1 American 1361.
Land Tower, Southwest 2172 Alpha Charlie, 10 with Sierra, ready for taxi.
Yes,
Southwest, was it 2172 or which one was it?
2172, a firm.
2172, roger, taxi to the north side of the ramp and call me from there.
Taxi more far side and call from there, Southwest 2172.
Southwest 6331, are you giving? Nope, never mind, I got PDT.
I beat you to it.
Yes, sir.
Disarm.
Atlanta Tower, Endeavor 2421, what's push and start at our discretion?
Yep, at your discretion, you can expect 26 left.
Sounds good, we'll push and start and then we'll call you and ready for taxi.
Roger.
All right, let's go ahead and get deboarded. Yeah, we'll go ahead, turn off mode C, disconnect from the VATSIM network. Go ahead and close out of that. Go ahead and close out of Navigraph. Pirate our flight. And you can hear the APU powering down. Right. Why are you not letting me rep this? There we go. Right, I have 8.6 hours to my promotion. All right, next flight's going to be a quick one, Atlanta to Lexington in the 737-800 for Delta. That's going to be Delta 2232. Get to check out the Lexington scenery that I did or prepared. And here comes the rain. And with that, that's going to end tonight's live stream. I really appreciate each and every one of you who joined in tonight on the live stream. Sean and Carl and Frank and my wonderful better half. Appreciate everybody. Appreciate your support joining the channel. We're up to 435 subscribers on our way to 500. So once again, thank you very much. Hit that like button if you like today's live stream. Come join me on the next one. Either it'll probably be tomorrow or Sunday, likely tomorrow. And with that, have a great rest of your Friday evening. I'm going to go hang out with the other half and watch some TV. Make me a nice cup of coffee. Support the channel by subscribing. Share the video with somebody that might enjoy it. And until next time, peace out. Clear skies and tailwinds on your next virtual flight. We'll see you later. Bye-bye for now.